Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Velvet Lounge Life. So, this is going to be an interesting video. I have some confessions to make. So, I've set myself up in my mini, okay, it's not really that mini, it's not that tiny, small confessional of this hotel room. I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I am here because I am part of the cast of a movie starring Jason Momoa. So far the title is Sweet Girl. Everything's subject to change. Obviously everything's subject to the cutting room floor, but thus far I am in, I'm going to say perhaps 12 scenes. So the likelihood of me being cut is 0. I will definitely be in scenes, don't know which ones. I have some details, I don't have all the details. There will be more to come on that. But what I wanted to let you guys know is this. I had a knock on the door, I had to go take care of some business. But I can't show you the entire thing. I don't know if you can see that, but these are the call notes for the movie. And this movie is going to be on Netflix. And yes, the guy that played Aquaman is the star in this movie. So, what I'm confessing to you are a couple things, because I've gotten many, I can't even tell you how many questions ever since a few people figured out who I was, and some people thought I looked familiar from past television shows that I've been on or commercials that I've done. And that started, I'm going to say probably with the first time, maybe even the second time that you could see me physically in a video. So, confession number 1, I was trying to sort of keep my acting career out of these videos, but it's there, it's out there. People can do facial recognition. Some people, I actually went to a restaurant, I'm going to say maybe 3-4 weeks ago, where this young girl, I consider her to be young compared to me, she saw me on the Cosby Show. She remembered seeing me from a rerun, and she's like, oh my God, you look almost exactly the same. And I was like, oh wow. And then our daughter is, as you all know, I talk about her as much as I'm allowed to, in law school, and we were taking her to one of her gigs that she had as a bail administrative assistant / intern at the courthouse. And this lady, who I don't know if she's a bailiff or if she's, police officer, I don't know what she was, but she was in her full uniform minus the hat. She was wearing a puffy jacket, had a badge on it. I didn't read her badge. And she came running after us, and I was like, oh my God, what did we do? And did we go in the wrong door or something, or not go through a security check? No idea. And she's like, I just saw you guys on Flea Market Flip and you won. And I was like, oh my God, that is too funny. She's like, oh my God, it's so good to see people like us on television and like you on television, and you guys were so real and we like that. And she's like, what are you doing next? And I had nothing lined up for next. And so, yeah, people do recognize me mostly, and now my husband as well, because of Flea Market Flip. And if we're together, people are like, I've seen you, have I met you guys? And we're like, oh God, we're gonna have to talk about this. So, yes, there is a confession. I am an actress. I've and I consider myself to be a Q list actress. How do you make a Q with your fingers? Like Q list actress. I was retired from acting for many years until because I had a corporate job. I had dozens upon dozens. I probably had the largest staff of anyone at my previous job. They probably broke it out into like 8 other people. But, you know, for me, let's give her everybody. But, and I enjoyed the job up to a point, and when it began to take over my life and my health. And my life meant time. Time is very important to me. And my health is number one, because without health, you don't have, what do I tell you guys? You don't have health. If you don't have health, you don't have wealth. You have, like, you've lost your, you know, you can lose some of your physical ability or happiness, you know, except your life, hello, which you only have one life to live. So what I did is I retired from that job. Now I can't believe it's like been 10, 11 years. The time just flies, which is another reason why you need to live now. If you can do something that is reasonable, it's realistic, but you've just been putting it off because you're too committed to something else that you no longer adore or love or want to put as much energy into, or you know, you're sitting there and you're like, I'm just going to use this as an example because I know people who do this and it really is ridiculous. But choices. Everybody makes choices. There's lots of people who think they know so much, but then they complain continuously about their lives. But, you know, you have these people that go to these casinos and they spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, when instead they could have taken a trip. They could have had an amazing experience somewhere. They could have been with better quality people, relatives, fake ass friends, etc. If you know, I'm back into acting now, and I've been back into it for the last couple of years or so, but I just haven't put anything out there, or I only put like a little dot of something out there. You will be hearing probably more about things that I do if I'm allowed to talk about them. Obviously, 90% of the time, no one is allowed to videotape. I mean, come on, like, the whole idea is they're creating video to create movies, television, etc., even things for the internet now. So yeah, you may not be able to like go in there with your own camera, like videotaping this person and that person and all this stuff that's going on, because you know why? They will never call you back. You will end up on a blacklist and you're pretty much done. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, so I've been around a while, and you know, some people were like, have you ever modeled? And I don't know why people ask me that, because honestly, I do not look like a model, but you know, I have done modeling gigs, and I did them initially before I became plus size. And then after I became plus size, I actually was more in demand because they liked my style. It fit the era of when I was doing that. Now I'm getting people who are calling me because they like my funky, weird style, which I can go completely into now. I don't have to be partially badass underneath and portray something else on the outside as you have to in the corporate world. Like, I haven't had my hair back in a ponytail bun-like hairdo in a very, very long time. Well, like 10 years. And also, you know, I never really talk a lot in detail about what I've done, what I do. I do have a link I am going to put in this video in the description portion so that you can, you know, go to this site that actually has like a bio on me and actually list some of the work I've done. And what's listed on there are probably, I'm going to say, the most significant items. And then there are other things that I've done that are less, because there's only so much room, that are less, what I consider anyway, less significant, that are not on that list. So, you know, the list is pretty long if you go from age 18 up to the current unstated age, because now I go through an age range. Why? Because first of all, which is a compliment to my ancestors only, because I could have probably definitely, we all could take better care of ourselves. You know that part of what I do on this channel is the 1 meal a day intermittent fasting, and health is wealth. You know, that's why it's now the Velvet Lounge Life. I added that word to our title because I lost about, I think it's 47, 48 pounds through sheer practically determination. And I say that because obviously there are days where you're like, well, and there are days, and not even days, weeks, months, where you're like, whoa, and then you're like, well, and whereas previously it would be like, whoa, all the time. It got to a point where I was just out of order and out of control, and I wanted to get my health back in order before I had any major issues. So thankfully, knock on wood, the gods smiled upon me. They gave me a chance to correct myself, and I did. So in doing so, I put some new pictures out there and such, and I started getting calls for gigs again. So nothing is impossible, you know, at any age. I mean, I'm out there acting with people who are, there's one lady who's 89 years old, and she's making it, and she's doing the best that she can under these conditions and such. And the conditions I'm talking about is we report at 4 and you leave at like 6:38 a.m. So 4 p.m. to 6:38 a.m. I think the earliest that we've gotten out maybe was like 5:30-ish. And that was just because they had gone through the entire sheet and basically got everything they needed. And I have to look this guy up because I don't remember his name, but he is, it's on the sheet somewhere, he is an amazing camera guy. Brilliant. He can get the takes in less shots than anyone I've ever worked with. And working on this movie, you know, the hours have been extremely long, but because of him, he made it much shorter than other people that I've worked with. So awesome. The crew on this movie has been absolutely phenomenal. You know, they're dealing with hundreds of people, and, you know, it's a Netflix movie, so you don't have this crazy budget. Like, it's not a $30 million movie where they can just throw everything plus the kitchen sink at it, but it's done professionally, but with kindness. You know, no one's like yelling and screaming at people and making them feel as if they're stupid. And if they have to redo and retake things, they just do it, which is smart because you'll get it over with quicker than if you are, you know, someone who is unprofessional, screaming and acting up. You know, it just doesn't make sense. And there are some inexperienced extras on this movie, and I sort of became like their mom, their mentor, if you will. And I hopefully they will stay in touch with me. Some of them have already connected through Facebook and on YouTube, on this channel. And, you know, I wish them luck, and if they need advice or if they want me, you know, some resources, I might be able to help them with that. But I consider myself to be, like I said, a Q-list actress. I was retired. I've been out of retirement now for a couple of years from acting. I'm still retired from my corporate job. I don't plan on ever going back because we invested wisely in stock that, like Apple, Facebook, which we're still into technically, Microsoft, and we did it when the companies were really young and we had no idea that they would blow up. We just thought these were amazing ideas, and luckily we purchased enough, plus through the corporate stock I was given, plus we just saved basically all of my pay just about from that corporate job, and therefore I was able to retire early. So, you know, being a hardcore, disciplined investor and saver pays off. Plus my husband has a decent job, which now has turned into an excellent job. And he will be retiring probably in a couple of years. So because of that, I am now back on the market for movies, televisions, commercials, special promotions, or PR campaigns, and print things. I don't really do a lot of print. I have done some print for corporations, for like their corporate calendars and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else I really need to tell you guys? I'm pretty much just giving it all to you right now so that you know 100% who I am, where I came from, and what I've been doing. So because of that, yes, there has been a delay in publishing videos that some of you want. Like some of you want certain videos and some of you want other videos. So for example, the button videos, because I will love my buttons and I'm out here, and that's why I'm able to sort of like find things that are really kind of weird and funky, because I'm in a lot of places in the United States. But so just know that there are videos scheduled from now until the middle of December, like right before Christmas, that Christmas week. And I do have others that I have shot. I just haven't had time to put like the headers in. And you guys, I don't know if you make videos, but there's like some little tweaking you have to do to get your YouTube video up, unless you want it 100% raw. And those are the things that I need to do. Even though my videos are unedited, I still like to create a thumbnail, for example. That's something you need to do. And also you need to schedule it. So that's something I need to do. So those are the little things that I do to my videos. As like I said again, you know, I'm unedited, I'm unscripted, it's raw, it is what it is. If I was trying to create a television show, then I would go ahead and do that. And also, I think that if you are watching videos like this, that the people should come across as real, because otherwise what is the purpose of inviting you in? We're just giving you something that's fake if we're not giving you exactly what we are and what it is. So I can always tell when there's a lot of editing that's happened because the video is going, then it's like this weird flip over and whatever. And usually I don't remain a fan of those channels. It's just me personally, my own personal thing. It is what it is. I know that, you know, some of the largest YouTubers, their stuff is edited from here to Kingdom Come, and they have millions of followers and maybe billions or hundreds of millions of views. And I'm just a wee little YouTube channel, and I'm okay with that. And if it gets larger, then it's totally fine, but you're still going to get basically the same type of content, just letting you know. So there you go. So look at that link that is down in the description. I think you'll find it interesting. All you have to do is click on it once. It will take you directly to a picture of me, and underneath you will see my complete bio, and it's managed by a site that's for actors, actresses, directors, writers, producers, I think musicians. It just goes on, like people who are in the industry. It's not for models, just to let you guys know who might be interested in that. But anyway, and I think voiceover people, it's for them as well. So if you are doing any of those things, then knock yourself out. Join the club. If you qualify or whatever you have to do to get on there. Now I've been on there for years. But anyway, if you have questions, if you just like the video, give me a thumbs up. And thank you guys for tuning in. And as I said, for each of the playlists, I have things coming up. I will be doing but as many spoiler videos as the season runs for Outlander. I have button videos scheduled that already have like the thumbnail and everything. They're just in rotation because I'm doing it sort of like I'm a TV guide, but they're in rotation and they will definitely be coming out, and one may have come out already as far as I know. But also for the intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day modified, putting some, especially with the holiday season here, hello, throw us a life jacket, putting the videos out for that. There will be videos about this particular experience. That's why I'm talking about it. And what else? Some stuff with me traveling. So there's like a lot of stuff that's scheduled. A lot of stuff is coming. And like I said, some is scheduled. When I say scheduled, that means that they have headers, they have footers, not footers, I can't remember, end screens, they have thumbnails, and those are scheduled with a date and a time already to go out over these next like few weeks. I also have an inventory of I hate using this word, but untidied up videos that need to have that thumbnail and they need to get scheduled into the rotation. So don't worry, because I know people are asking and I really appreciate that, especially my button peeps. Those videos are out there, and the ones that I haven't like tidied up yet, those are going to get tidied. I just haven't had time because I've been doing this and shooting for multiple days. And actually we were supposed to have a shoot today for the movie, but according to all of the weather people in the United States, and especially of course in Pittsburgh, we were supposed to get rain and snow, and we were supposed to be shooting some outdoor scenes today, and meaning actually we were going to start at 2:30 today and go until probably like 4:30ish in the morning. But because of the impending weather that was supposed to start at like 4 or 5 o'clock, they canceled shooting for today. But guess what happened? Like so far, well, it's almost 6 p.m., but nothing has happened. And as a matter of fact, the sun came out. Like you could wear sunglasses today for the first time in like the 4 or 5 days that I've been here shooting with these people. So I thought that was really like, come on, nature. It was like really funny. But it was good to have a day off, because day and night and morning, if you will, because yeah, it was getting tiring. Even I was looking tired, and you know, people were kind of fading faster as each day went on. And you know, you come back to your well, I don't know, they go to their homes, but I come back to my hotel, you know, take the makeup off, strip down, take a shower. They feed us well, so you don't even have to worry about food, but take my vitamins, look at my messages, and just get into the bed, and then get out, get dressed, because I prepared all of my outfits in like little bundles before I left home, so I can just grab a stack and go. Well, everything's hung, but grab a stack and go. So it's been a whirlwind, but it's been fun. And yes, I am in scenes with Jason Momoa. I am in scenes with his body double. I'm all over the place in this movie, from this location to that location to all these locations, which is great because, like I said, because of that, I should definitely, obviously, will be, of course, I'm just being shy about it, but I will be in this movie in several different areas. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember, once again, to give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry that I went a little longer. And also subscribe to the channel, share the channel. Like I said, if you have questions, I always put my contact information on my About page. So all of the contact information is there, plus more. Also, down in the description, there's a link for, I hope I say it correctly, Rikaton. And what it is, it formerly was known as Ebates. But you can click on my link, and if you do that, then they actually will give you a free $10 for doing nothing, basically, except for signing up. And to sign up, it's super easy, it's super quick, and they have a couple different options. But what it does is it gives you the very highest discount codes and best shipping options for anywhere that you shop on the internet. Macy's, Neiman Marcus, Target, Amazon, eBay, Walmart. If you're staying at a hotel, if you're renting a car, if you need insurance, you know what the list I'm telling you, restaurants, it goes on and on and on. And it's 100% legitimate. I've actually been, before they were purchased, Ebates was purchased. I was a customer, or I don't know what we're considered to be, but a user of their site and of their app. And that's how, and I have a video that I did last year, I think it was, on how I saved 70%, 70 off of the majority of the items that I purchased for Christmas that year, because I purchased them mostly from JCPenney. So I'll tell you that's where I got it. Don't know if I'm going to get that type of deal this year or whatever, but I'm sure that they're doing like 30, 40% off. And if you use that app, the link is down below, then what happens is they will also give you cash back. So I also, at the end of the holiday season, received a fat check, or you can select to receive a e-gift card if you don't want a check in the mail. So you have the choice of either or, and the e-gift card is for any of the stores that I just named, plus a lot more that, I don't know, like there's Belk, BELK is on there. I mean, there's just so many that I couldn't sit here and name them all for you. But you can, at the end of the year, like I said, sit back, receive that check or that e-gift card in the mail. And I mean, how can you not save money? And if you're concerned about them collecting your information, like what did they buy? What didn't they buy? What's in their shopping cart? All of the retailers that are online do that anyway. The only difference is they don't give you anything for it. These folks are giving you something for it, and they work in conjunction with all of the major retailers plus more, all of them. So thank you guys for tuning in, and remember that your health is wealth, and I will give you more information on this movie as I'm allowed to. There will be some videos, and I will have a new playlist series coming up about how to become a professional extra and second best friend in movies, television, and theater. Thank you, and I'm going to continue filming here in Pittsburgh for a couple more days, and I get to go home and have Thanksgiving with my family and see my daughter in law school and my husband and my dog. Yay!